I have to wait till there it is. Yowza, yowza, yowza. You are listening to the Sip and Scotch program on all WNYradio.com. It's Tuesday night in America, people. How you feeling out there? How you two feeling?
Feeling Randy.
I'm joined by the one and only, the man keeping you up to speed, up to par, up to code, up to date on everything that happened today through the world and throughout recorded motherfucking time. The one and only, the Professor Charles Lewis.
I am your future.
And we're joined by the one and only, my main man, Q. What up, Q?
Yo.
Man, a few words, man. It is getting towards football season, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what that means. It's also getting towards fantasy football season. And we here at the Sip and Scotch program of Skat Jones, yowza, 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 want to inform you about all of our opinions, thoughts. I have to wait till there it is. Yowza, yowza, yowza.
What
You are
did you do?
listening. What's the Sip and Scotch program on all WNYradio.com. It's Tuesday night in America, people. How you feeling out there? How you two feeling? Something started playing already. I'm joined by the one and only, the man keeping you up to speed, up to par, up to code, up to date on everything that happened today through the world and throughout.
Excuse us while we
I wonder if I should. The one and only, the Professor Charles Lewis.
I am your future.
He is joined by the one and only, my main man, Q. What up, Q? Do I have one of the things up? And then it's going to go through this. Man, it is getting towards football season, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what that means. It's also getting towards fantasy football season. And
we just wait till
then
catches up with now, and then...
When will then be now?
Is it still playing?
No, not anymore. What'd you hit?
I just turned off that computer.
That computer? It must be this computer.
It's that computer.
Oh, I know what you have going on. You still have it playing over here.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. That's great.
That's it. Gotta close that one.
That's great. We just got to close that one. And that one is now closed. Oh, man. Take it back. Rewind it, ladies and gentlemen. Fantasy football. The professor and I have been in a couple fantasy football leagues for a couple years, right?
Yeah, many leagues, many years.
Many leagues, many years. Q, we've been in a league together for the past season, last year.
Yep, you guys finally let me in.
We finally let you in, and we finally saw that the smack talk you've been talking the entire time we knew you was true.
True.
Didn't you make it into the championship match?
Yeah, I won regular season.
Yeah, definitely killed it regular season.
And then I did lose to OG.
OG Bobby Johnson, dude. Killing it. Commissioner, though, I think when the commissioner wins in the league, it smells a little bit fishy. You know what I'm talking about, guys?
Fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fix. That's it. Definitely. So much fix all the fucking time. Because he's got his fingers in everything.
Vetoes.
Vetoes. Have you ever been a part of or in a league where there was some veto bullshit that happened that like went down? Like the commish comes in and just says, nope, that trade's not going on.
So another fantasy league of mine, the commissioner.
Go, let us know what's up.
Every year, dude, something shady happens. Every single year. I hope he's listening.
I hope so too, man. I hope everybody's listening.
New rule every year. This year, they want to go into a random order of draft selection, opposed to,
Like reverse order or...
No. Yeah,
like
I finished first place, I get last pick.
Right.
Finish last, I get first pick.
Right.
No, they want to lead that up to a random lottery now.
Oh, like how we do it in the Savage Football League?
No reset though. No, what do you mean?
We don't do reset. We pick fucking cards.
Come on.
For our draft.
Yeah, we did it last
year.
It's bullshit.
No, we did it last year.
Listen, we did
card in order of reverse draft.
No. I'm saying, but for this league, it's been the order of, you finish last, blah blah blah, you get first.
So it's been like that for multiple seasons.
Okay. And then this year we're doing a keeper with a lottery pick, and I shit the bed in that league last year. So
you were looking forward.
I get second pick.
Second pick
And now they
after
won.
the lottery?
After I won the year before, I took the. I still have the trophy. I might not give it back.
Ooh, that's a
I know.
dick move, Q.
That's
Well,
all right. That's
My
what
main
that's,
man Q, what are
so
you doing?
that's what J-Paz is doing right now with the Savage Trophy. He won't give it up to Greg.
I think he forgot that he had it.
No, he knows he has it because every time I bring it up, he gets all like, "Oh no, I'm not giving it up."
Who's that guy?
Baxter? John Baxter? Johnny Positive?
He doesn't have it.
He has it.
He has it, but
He's
Greg
got
won
it
it.
hidden in his mother's
See,
house.
I've
is what he's got.
known that I've heard of leagues where you don't get the fucking trophy until you don't give it away until the start of the next season.
Yeah, it's the way we do in this league. And I feel like every year we vote on some new rule that it's to the commissioner's benefit.
It always it's always to the fucking commissioner's benefit.
Yeah. So
The commish, man.
I said something real funny today. I was like, well, this is pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's been 5 years that I've even been in this league, and this is the first time that it comes up. Obviously, it's going to benefit the guys with better teams in the later rounds. But I said, well, how about we just allow the first 10 picks go to the guy who's named Anthony Corsini? Let's put that to a vote, because he just seemed to put everything. Oh, that seems fair. It is what it is. I'm just putting it to a vote, he said. I'm like, all right. Well, then I oppose that, or I suggest that we give me the first 10 picks. How about that? Let's take that to a vote. I vote yes.
I second it.
I guess, I don't know. I guess it doesn't, now that I'm talking about it, doesn't seem too ridiculous. As long as there's no keepers, though. They're trying to install the keeper system, too. I mean, that's just.
It's real fucking shitty. It's
as long as it's,
I don't mind the keeper situation, but when you start making it complicated with it just gets
every year, dude. Every year there's a new rule. He just tries it.
Let me talk about that, because in my family league, my brother, who is the commissioner, is in that is in that fucking car on the train of thought, where every single fucking year we have to change something about the fucking league, and it's usually the draft, how we draft. It's not a pay league, so it's okay. And there's a couple like loose interpretations of fucking rules, real high scoring. But this year, what he did was we went from a auction draft with keepers, and then we have keepers this year, and we're going into a fucking auto snake draft. An auto draft. He's taking all of the fun out of fantasy football, because the
drafting is the whole.
Draft is the whole fucking point.
It's like NASCAR. Like the biggest race of the year is the first race of the year.
It's like taking Daytona out.
Yeah.
Why are we called GMs then?
Yeah.
I own this fantasy team.
What we can do is you can put your draft strategy in. And I guess that counts for something.
Yeah, but that's kind of weak, because I remember going through an auto draft and I had my draft strategy, and it worked like half the time. It was for like a 1 year family league we did where no one paid attention to it except for like me and my brother.
Yeah.
And like my one cousin in
Canada.
Half
of my family doesn't pay attention to the league.
And that's the worst part of it all, is the person that just mails it in. It doesn't even mail it in. Doesn't even bother like opening the page and like checking shit.
And then has his wife just fucking take care of the team.
No,
and then his wife wins the fucking league. Cunt.
Fucking bitch.
No, I'm not. That really
nice
didn't
lady.
happen.
Aunt Karen.
Aunt fucking Karen.
God damn it.
I do have an Aunt Karen too. That's funny, and I have to call her.
I do not.
If
I did.
if that happened in my family, it would definitely be my Aunt Karen.
All right. Every time anyone says anytime anyone says Aunt Karen, take a drink of what you got in front of you. I don't care if it's water, lemonade, Riesling. That's fine too. But yeah. So it's an auto draft. It's an auto snake draft too, which is double retarded.
Last year in my California league, run by the infamous Chauncey, he had this edict where if you weren't there for the live draft, then you were automatically put on auto draft, and it was a snake draft. And some people, and then he had this terrible idea of a rule where if you weren't there, not only did you get relegated to auto draft, but you had to give up like one of your picks to like some other person in the league. Yeah,
dumb.
It was a little much. It was like he just really wanted everybody to participate in the draft, but some people couldn't because
Yeah, right.
I mean, not only this league was like a bunch of people in like different states and time zones and stuff. So if you're trying to coordinate something that, complicated, you can't just, give
Punish
people,
people
give people,
for
and
that
essentially, most of the teams that ended up getting the shaft like that, like failed. One of them did okay. He actually made the playoffs,
Yeah.
but I mean,
my brother told me a story of an auto draft situation like that where they tried to fucking not auto draft necessarily, but they tried to fuck with a guy that didn't show up, and someone was actually drafting for him, but this guy, commissioner of the league, I think ended up taking a like tight end in the 4th round that you could fucking pick up like so fucking late, or tried to give the guy like a defense in the 5th round or something like that. Like just some dastardly evil, like you deserve to get punched in the dick for this shit, man. Like people love this shit. I get crazy about it. But you know what? I don't mind. See, I don't win much. I've only gotten to the playoffs. I've gotten to the playoffs in one league, and I've won one playoff game. Q, you've won leagues.
Yep.
How many leagues have you won?
I've won, 2 different leagues, one of them multiple times.
Well, okay. Well, how
easier
many
league.
times have you? How many rings do you have on your fingers?
I have 3.
You have 3 rings.
3 rings.
I wish, man.
Is that-
I got a toilet
that
bowl
more than
ring on my
LeBron?
hand.
I got
I got the Intercontinental belt. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Swear to God.
I got the IC title.
And
He's got the WWE Championship.
Yeah. Broken trophy.
But
Yeah, we should make rings. That'd be pretty dope.
I want to make. I want
We
to
have a
I want
trophy.
to make belts.
It could look
Yeah.
like the ring from the from Spaceballs, because we're the Savage League. Just have a big S
the
on
Schwartz ring.
Oh, the Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. Lou, have you ever won a league,
I won
Professor?
that West Coast League last year. Not last year, the year before
because
last.
everyone got fucked over.
No, that was before the crazy Shanzi mad with power rules.
Just drunk with power.
Seriously, he was drunk, high, and everything on power. No,
So
I won
much
that
power.
league. I won that league off of the dude that week in, week out talked the most shit, and I put him right in his place in the championship game. He won the regular season, so he felt like compelled to, like, when he lost, say that he's the real championship because he won the most games. I'm like, well, that's not how sports works.
That's not it, sir.
That's how English soccer works if you were in the regular season, because there is no playoffs.
That's how football.
Anyway,
works,
I beat his
sir.
ass, and he can have that. And but that's my only championship. I came in second place a bunch of times.
Yeah, I have a few bridesmaids.
Many second place.
Do you have a few bridesmaids?
I don't know. I was just trying to be clever.
Oh,
I
no.
have a lot of second place trophies,
Yeah,
if that counts. Always the
Well,
bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, second place.
But then I had a run. But 2012, man, Jared Cook off the waiver wire. He did me in on my championship. Kid went off for Tennessee. I think he scored like 40. He had like 40 points. Yeah.
And you were playing against him. Right?
Yeah, I was going against them. And I heard the same sob story from a few other guys that week. Because it was the championship week, so it could have only have happened to whoever got him pretty much won.
Yeah. You know what I read that was funny last night? It was something like that, where last year when Foles went off in those like 2 games, only like less than 3% of like teams that owned him played him that week.
I played him.
You're part of that like 3%?
I played him when he played Oakland that
Less
one time.
than 3%?
I whipped the shit out of whoever
Was
I
that the
playing.
second? That was the second time he
One
blew
of
up.
the- one of the
Like he blew up the one
I
week.
picked him up on the waiver wire, and he was my starting. I started with Mike Vick, and it was Mulaney's work league.
Okay.
And
So
I started
Foles was
with
your
Vic,
handcuff.
and then Vic got hurt, so I just picked up Foles, and I had who did I have? I had Castle too, and
Ugh.
well, I mean he was
Yeah, I mean you gotta
no,
do
it
what you
wasn't
gotta
Castle.
do.
It was Smith. I had Alex Smith.
Dude, I
Not Castle.
had to start Fitzpatrick versus OG in our championship game, dude.
That sounds like the worst thing ever.
I had nothing. He was on a streak, man.
Tennessee, no
It was
less.
like Matt Ryan, Matt Castle, or no, how'd it go? No. It went Ryan Fitzpatrick, Matt Ryan, And then I had a third guy. His name was in that scheme with a Ryan or a Matt. I can't think of it who it was.
Matt Leinart?
Nah, yeah. But I ended up
Matt
going
Shaw.
with Fitz because Fitz actually came off a good week. He had 2 consistent good weeks there at the end of the year, and he had like two touchdown games, scoring at least 15, 19 points.
Double digits, man. Show up.
Yeah. That's all I needed from him, and typical Ryan Fitzpatrick showed up. Championship game.
That was the Buffalo Bills, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, it was Ryan Tannehill.
Dude, I started
Yeah,
Tannehill.
there it is.
I had all of them.
I had to start Tannehill in my championship game for Sean's league last year, and it fucking did me in.
I think
If I had started anybody
bad.
else, I would have beat him because they only won by like a point.
Yeah, and I actually should have started Matt Ryan that week.
Anybody else, I would have beat him.
He got him back. Julio went off.
Yeah.
Julio! I
Yeah.
think Aunt Karen started him.
And Karen.
That's 2 for you playing at home. That kills me a lot. I never play the guys that are supposed to play. I've had a lot of guys on my bench score me a lot of fucking points, but you have to take solace sometimes because you look at those guys and you say, "Well, I just picked up that guy
They're
for
still
no
your guys.
fucking reason."
Not scoring points for
And I was
someone
like,
else.
"Yeah, they're not doing that." But it's also you got to say, no one in the right fucking mind would play him.
Against that defense, or,
defense, yeah, or
against-
anyways, when it's those fucking games where the third wide receiver just blows off or has that one big play, you
Right.
get that like 80-yard touchdown reception.
Anything could happen, man.
Yeah,
Any given
dude.
Sunday.
You could fucking have a fumble with 5 seconds left to go, and then it gets returned for a touchdown, man. Shit like that happens every day. Oh, man, any given Sunday.
Jared Cook.
Jared Cook, man.
2 years, man. 2 years. I just can't let it down, dude. That would have been back-to-back, man. I would have been on my way to a dynasty.
What's going to happen if you see Jared Cook on the street? Like, are you going to tell him? Yo,
Would I recognize him? I probably not.
Probably not.
But if someone said, "Hey, that's Jared Cook," I'm like, "Yeah."
Fuck that dude.
I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Keith Hernandez.
I'm more of a spontaneous type person. I'll react then. Probably
You're
ask for
going to
his
see
autograph.
and
Probably.
then spit in his face,
Yeah.
but like rub the pen on your nuts.
He's a late round draft pick these days, so that one game.
He's bench
put him-
filler.
Yeah, that one game put him on the map, dude.
Right.
Pretty much. I can't draft guys with terrible quarterbacks. I can't draft a receiver on a team with a terrible quarterback, man. Simple
The
as
only
that.
time that works is with tight ends.
Well, right, yeah.
Well,
They
yeah,
get the most
'cause-
touches.
Yeah, 'cause
With
tight ends are
Fitzpatrick,
the-
he's not putting it out there. He's
Right.
getting that 15-yard pass.
tight ends are the bad quarterbacks. Fucking
Bread and
Safety
butter.
shake
man.
weight, man,
Yeah,
or
dude.
fucking bread and butter. Yeah,
That's why I'm excited about, and then like real life,
Flashlight.
in real life, because I'm an Oakland fan, I'm excited about Shaw being on the Raiders because I'm going to pick whoever their tight end's going to be because you know how famous he made Greg Olson.
I'm actually not.
David
I'm excited for that because I actually have a late round keeper with James Jones this year.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My 13th
Got a good guy
rounder.
throwing to him.
13
And
rounder.
if he don't work out, you got Derek Carr throwing him to him. It's
Right. Yeah.
going to work out. The Wiley vet.
Derek Carr might win that job, dude.
I don't know. What I've been reading off of Bleacher Report just says
Oh,
that
so-
Schaub's got his mojo back.
Don't listen to Bleacher Report.
Joe.
I don't
Rising.
listen to Bleacher Report. I listen to like CSN Bay Area and like all the news outlets out there.
You got to listen to people who aren't fans, dude. You got to listen outside that area.
I do the local news because
I listen to
you got
John.
your rah-rah guys and you got your
I get my Raiders news from John Murphy.
I get most of my news from
as long
John
as it's
Murphy.
not Tim Kawakami.
Yeah, I didn't even really see the Raiders tight end in the top.
It's either
30
David
tight ends.
Osbury or Michael Rivera, whichever one can win. Osbury, I think, is the rookie. Rivera was there last year.
Was MJD always a Raider?
Nope, he was on Jacksonville until this year. Now he's
Until
on the
this
Raiders.
year?
And they're talking about using him as a punt return.
Oh, he's gonna do good, man.
Oh, that's gonna be
He's gonna
shitty.
get that
if it's a punt
revival.
returner.
And apparently the dude from Corey Sheets from the CFL is like impressing. Like he broke off a couple really long runs in 11 on 11s in practice.
11s on 11s.
Mullins on
Malalala.
what I'm leaning.
Malalala. And Karen talks like that too.
Hey,
Oh! This too.
Karen.
Oh man, Jimmy Graham in the first round, guys. Now he's there. Like we all.
I don't know. He just got his big money contract.
Big money, man.
Big money.
Statistically
Money on the
speaking,
table, if you ask me.
Big money contract means low
Poor
fantasy
guy.
production.
Feel his pain.
Terribly low.
I feel his pain.
Yeah, he wanted that receiver money.
Well, he should be getting it.
Then call him a receiver.
Oh, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
He's a slot receiver. It's
Just
what he
doesn't.
is.
The
He's a tight end
franchise
player.
tag is just. I get it, but I don't. I mean, I get it. It's there to let the terrible guys in that position make more money.
Yeah, to get their 1 year of good pay.
Yeah, but I don't get it, man. Feel
That's a lot
bad
of
for him.
money
He missed out on a
already.
lot of
Yeah,
It's for
money.
the
but
owners, man. It's for
It's
the
like
owners.
30 mil. It's
Wow.
a lot of money.
Actually, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
30 million's a lot of. But
a
just
lot of
like unlike
claims.
Hammer, 30 million can't hurt me.
30 mil for one fight. I don't know, man. Then they were talking about that on the radio. I forget who it was. It might have been the Dan Levitar show. They were saying they just couldn't understand how the guaranteed money in baseball versus the guaranteed money in the NFL. The NFL, which makes more money than any other sport.
Any other sport.
Any other sport by far.
Even baseball?
Even baseball.
In
And
the
then-
U.S., yeah.
and
Are you
yeah.
sure?
I think that's where the conversation was heading. Is that there's they're both $1 billion franchise or
I
leagues,
think-
but no,
NFL makes way more money than
football's the
MLB.
biggest sport, man. It's got to be for TV money, for all that.
In the U.S., yeah.
it has
for
to
sure.
be. It has to be. I mean,
But they just throw. But there's so much baseball thrown at you that I think.
Because it's the only thing going on right now.
America's pastime.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's America's
America's.
pastime.
You watch more
and it
TV
goes on
than
for
time.
5 months. So, I mean,
Yeah, 5 months, 1,000
makes
games, 258 games, all over the country. They have those crazy, huge contracts. Those like $100 million fucking things, but those are over.
Oh man, you got
Over
A-Rod
years.
who's not even playing, making 30 mil. You got
yeah, he's sitting on his couch at
Pujols,
home.
who's actually just caught fire. $30 million
About
Right
guy.
now, like
About
you
like
got-
that time.
got
like
Ryan
someone put
Howard.
him out, like put the fire out.
Well, yeah, he was slumping, dude. He's slumping
Slumping hard ever since he got to
He's
Anaheim.
doing bad, man. But then you got a bum. Well, he's a great player, Ryan Howard, who's a bum now.
He is.
Mhm.
He's benched,
Nobody wants to play with him.
guaranteed $25 million for the next 2 seasons.
Even though he's fucking riding
He
pine.
can be. They could cut him. They could throw him off the team.
He's still
He's getting $25 mil this year, and then the following year he's making $50 million.
How much revenue though? They have to
Does he
generate
pull in?
so much.
Baseball?
I mean, like baseball and like teams in general.
A lot.
Um,
a lot.
You
Unless-
said a lot more.
Those
correct
teams,
me if I'm
Philadelphia.
But some baseball stadiums, parks, there's more seats than some football arenas, right?
No.
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 Not even. No.
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 You got.
Football is still.
I mean, Yankee Stadium might be one of the biggest that holds less than 70.
Is it
Uh,
MetLife Stadium the bigger one? No, that's
MetLife's
football.
football.
Not City Field.
Sheffield.
Shitty
City,
field.
oh, it's City
Shea
now. You're right.
Field.
City.
Yeah,
Shea
City's one of the
Field.
bigger ones. Might only hold 75.
Cincinnati's got a big one.
But then there's places like Fenway. What's Fenway? 33, 36.
Yeah,
It's like
but that
20
was
or
built in
30
1910.
people.
You know what I mean? But then there's Wrigley, where they got people sitting on buildings across the streets.
That's the shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're small stadiums, but and the ticket prices, dude. You can get $9 tickets to go see a Yankees game, dude. You can get dollar
They got
tickets to
tickets.
go.
They got tickets to spare.
But then, what's the football ticket? You're not getting one less than 45 to go to any football
Yeah.
game.
nowhere.
but
Like try
there's-
55.
Well, right. I'm just saying. I mean,
There's
my
only
seasons are
8
46,
seasons, yeah,
so
seasons.
But the stadium's only selling eight games.
right.
There's
No,
eight,
you're
yeah,
right.
There's
and
8
then,
times.
and you're doing what? It's
And you're doing in baseball. You're doing at least what? You're
it's
doing over
162
60
games, so it's divide
Yeah.
that by 2. It's 80,
81.
81 games, and
Yeah, so you're doing 10 more games,
10 times.
10 times. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
I hear you. So all right, if a $9 ticket gets you 90 at the end of the year,
Yeah,
I hear you.
for 10.
Yeah, but you want to know what, man? Even though it's the Ralph, say the Ralph Wilson Stadium, for example, they're selling out every week. Yankee Stadium doesn't sell out every game.
No.
And
Because they have games on at fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, Boston on their hand sells
On a
out all the
Wednesday.
time.
Not anymore. They stink today. They stink like on ice this year.
Dude, you'll still. I mean, yeah, you'll see all their tickets on StubHub though. They sell out preseason.
Yeah, they sell out, especially the beginning of the season. It's
Like
tough
you
to get
can walk
tickets.
up to the ticket box.
They do standing room only all the time.
Yeah.
They'll let you in.
Okay. Back to football.
My Aunt Karen loves the Yankees.
That's 3. That's 3, man.
Back to the football.
Football.
Foosball behind my back.
All right, guys. Favorite kind of draft? Auction, snake, or I'm not even going to say. I don't even want to say auto draft.
I like the drafts. I like the snake draft.
Snake draft to me, like your traditional fantasy draft. Snake draft. I'm cool with that.
It's fair.
I'm glad you guys like that because my favorite is auction.
Whoa.
I know a lot of people who like the auction better. I've never done one, and I say I don't like it out of fear. But
It's so much fun when you get in there.
but
No, it's cool.
It's more of a GM thing, especially if you're into doing the video games. You're being a GM and you got money to spend like that. But
It sucks to be the GM of a league like that if it's a live draft because you have to keep track of a lot of fucking shit.
One of my leagues, we do auction for free agent, which I think that it's a snake draft, but
Auction
pick a
for free agent.
we do
I
that.
like that.
You only get $50 for the whole season, and you just once your money's ran out, you ran out.
Yeah, so if you really need that rookie running back
Right.
that your man's went down, then you can throw
Lacey,
you
know
can
what I
throw
mean?
like
Stacey.
$40 on him so you can make sure you're going to get him if you really fucking want it. That's happened to me in my auction league last year. We had $100 for free agency, and once Edelman blew up,
Right.
I was like,
there was a
In that
big
real
controversy
fucking-
with him in my California league.
"Oh really?"
Yeah, but go on.
Yeah, but once he blew up, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend $50 on him and just be sure that I fucking get him. It bit me in the ass because I needed fucking players at the end of the season, which is when you always fucking need them. You need to really pick them up, and that guy you want to pick up off the waiver wire is a fucking much needed commodity in the end of the season when everybody needs a fucking running back. They need that number 2 guy, the number 1 guy that just went down in week fucking 11. So if you blow all your fucking money like you're blowing your nut all over the place in the beginning of the fucking season, it fucked me over.
Yep.
It fucked me.
I got Ellington cheap at the end of the year because of that. No one really had the money to spend on him.
Yeah. That's
Cardinals,
fucking
Ellington.
one of the best parts about an auction draft is
Wish
at
I
the
could
end.
keep him, but
Hey, bide your time until you really need somebody.
yeah.
And it just behooves you more to just draft well and not.
Behooves.
And then and then you can then when you're there at the end of the season, you can
Then you can drop
throw
your
that
garbage-
extra
Yeah, drop
you throw
your
that
garbage
extra
too.
few dollars at the guy because all right, I'm guaranteeing this guy's him. No one else is going to see that value in him. No one else has that money to spend on him. But luckily, I still have my $31 left. You know what I mean?
You're $30 million.
$1 here, $1 there. Spend $1 on a kicker, $1 on a backup quarterback during bye week. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah, right.
But
Speaking of bye weeks, do you guys?
hey,
Hey. Speaking of bye weeks, you sluts. Do you guys feel you need to draft around the bye week? Have you ever drafted players because you knew that group of players
I get
all
it.
had the same
nope.
bye week?
Mm-mm.
No.
I always mess up, and for some reason I
I keep track of
I
bye
do too.
weeks, sort of, but it's not
Mhm.
like incredibly important to me because I know as long as I have
depth.
depth, then I'm not worried. If I have there's 2 wide receivers in a flex, as long as only 2 of them had the same bye week, I can make it work.
Dude.
Same with running backs. If 2 of them have the same bye week, I can make that work.
My championship season, I had Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback with Jermichael Finley and James Jones.
My brother did something like
Who?
that.
James Jones.
I had all 3 of those guys, and I mean, matched up with probably another player of mine in that same bye week, and I still ended up.
And really,
with a
it's
decent
always
season.
whenever you end up having that handcuff where you got 3 guys in the same bye week out, it really
Yeah.
depends on who you're playing. you're playing the guy at the bottom of the league, who cares?
Yeah. Receivers
If you're playing the number one guy, yeah, it might suck a little bit, but it really you never know. It depends on what kind of bye week troubles the other guy's having. So it really everybody screws it up somehow, whether they plan to or not.
Yeah,
I've never once. So I think we're all in agreement on that. That nobody
bye week is not an issue.
Because I don't even think I find it to be so improbable that you could actually like do that.
Right.
You know, that it would actually fall to you in such a way that you have the pick, where the other guys in your league are picking the guys in the other fucking bye weeks, or all fucking around you and everything like that. So I don't even know why they write about it.
If I want the guy bad enough, I'll take him and I'll deal with it.
Right.
Yeah. It's that's the best part about the cheat sheets. Really, is when you get to see. The auction cheat sheets are nice because it gives you a better idea of how players are grouped, because you'll see,
more
normally,
value in them maybe?
Yeah, you'll see in the cheat sheets for like a snake draft, they'll have the running backs in order from like 1 to 20. But in an auction draft, they'll have them in that order, but you'll see like, oh, well, the first, Adrian Peterson is $60, Jamal Charles is $59, LaShawn McCoy is $58, Forte $55, and then you get to Graham, which is $51. Or no, those are running backs. Yeah, this is just the top 300. But so you'll go down to. The sixth running back off the board is Eddie Lacy right now on ESPN, $53 auction value, and then you'll see that when you get to the seventh off the board, Doug Martin, you'll see that he's $7 less than
that. So
that
in an auction league, where is he? He's ranked where? Doug Martin?
Yeah, in an auction league where you get $200.
Yeah.
Doug Martin is ranked 11th on ESPN right now, and his auction value is $45.
It's a bargain.
Wow. Bargain. Yeah.
That's a bargain.
I think it's crazy that
he ain't that good, but
he ain't that early of a draft.
It's a relative bargain.
11? No, I'd put him a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Really? You would go 11? You would take Doug Martin over.
No. Wait, am I saying it backwards? He's not 11th. He's deeper than that.
Oh.
He
okay.
might be more like 15.
Right. Would you take Des Bryant over Doug Martin?
Des? I mean, it's not the same position. I don't know, man. In this league, receivers are deep, dude.
This is just the top three.
You got to go through those running backs first, man.
All right,
and that's what happens. I always just, for some reason, I could never.
Would you take DeMarco Murray
running back
over Doug Martin?
Cowboys are a good running team, man.
Okay. Now, would you take Le'Veon Bell?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh, no doubt.
But what
picked him up on wires?
What if Aaron Rodgers is out there? Are you taking Le'Veon Bell over Aaron Rodgers?
Rodgers to me is the best quarterback out there. So.
Fantasy production wise, hell yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's Cam Newton. You know what I mean? There's guys like that.
What about Manning?
Manning's good, man. He's just, he's. Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna be able to do what he did last year.
Right. Do you think that?
Especially since this division is getting a lot tougher.
Yeah.
Chiefs are still good. Raiders are up and coming.
It's tough, man.
Chargers the same team.
I ride that Cam Newton that wave, dude. He's fantasy football. Dude.
He's going as the 5th quarterback overall.
I would put him. I would put him at 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
So you're putting him above Matt Stafford.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Even though he's got the tools.
Putting him above Drew?
No. He's number 3. You're gonna look at Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, then Cam Newton. In my opinion,
I love Drew Brees.
Yeah, Breezy
is your dude.
Breezy is my dude. I am upset that I won't be able to fucking have him this year.
But I mean, come on, with Jimmy Graham, his tools. I mean, when you got Marcus Colson
in that system, I mean, any quarterback out of a great system is going to give you.
I know. I think it was in our league. I had the Brees, Colston, and Moore connection.
I hate that because I did that one year. And
Yeah, that's what I was just talking
It's like
about.
Sophie's choice every freaking week. Which guy you're going to start because you got two other wide receivers that deserve to be started.
But I'll tell you what, the weeks that I won,
Oh,
the
yeah, you
weeks
win
that I
big.
started both of them. When I started Colston and Moore, it was the perfect fucking match because Colston would get either if Colston didn't get a touchdown, if Colston wasn't getting touchdowns, it was because Lance Moore was getting the fucking touchdowns. If Lance Moore wasn't getting them, it was because Colston was actually catching them. But Colston always got those solid breakout, just fucking yardage. Them plays. Oh, he was so good. I'll miss those guys.
I traded Colston last year. I forget who, but I got way more value out of him than I thought.
Yeah.
than Colston was. I think I traded Colston and somebody for Josh Gordon.
I made trade of the year
and,
last
and
year.
I made bank off
Okay,
of that.
all right,
That
trade of
move
the year.
that move got me into the final.
By making trade of the year, did you trade rape somebody?
No, it was his offer. He was
it
in
is.
love with Cecil Shorts, and he
What?
needs.
John Baxter.
No, not in our league.
what?
Different league. My
No,
other
I
league.
know. I'm just saying though.
He was in love with Cecil Shorts, and he needed a running back, so I offered him D'Angelo Williams. Actually, John Baxter helped me with the trade. He had me ask for more.
He was all up on that 1 year that Cecil Shorts was it.
Yeah, so this was just last season.
Was it last season? Because
Yeah.
the season before is when he blew up.
Well, right, but he wanted him this year, and I ended up all right. So I gave away Cecil Shorts, D'Angelo Williams. I received Mike Vick
Ooh.
and
Good first half
Antonio Brown.
Ah, wow,
Right,
that's the pick right there.
I asked him. I tried getting RG3 from him. I was like, well, give me RG3. Asking a little bit more when I really wanted Vic anyways.
I drafted RG.
I didn't really want RG3. I actually wanted Vic. So I don't. But Antonio Brown, he killed it for me.
Despite the Washington season,
I took third in that
RG3 was
league.
a solid quarterback in the league that I had him in.
took
It
third
was a very point.
in a very tough league, man. It was a really real tough. That's my. No offense to our league, but that's my hard league.
Yeah.
That's my hard league, tough league.
See, our
That's the
league,
He Hate
our
Carp
league
league.
is my like tough league.
Our league?
Savage,
well,
Savage
yeah, our
League is
league's
my,
good, man.
My tough.
Our league's good. Don't get me wrong. We got a lot of smart guys who know their football.
Mulaney's
in
league
our
was my easy league.
Yeah, we got guys. I mean, again, no offense to our buddies, but we got guys like Mulaney in there, Mike Baxter, like.
Mike's hit and miss. Mike is
yeah,
winning
like
it all
they
or
just,
losing
you know what I mean? Like I don't see those guys hawking on the waiver wire ever.
Antonio
You know what I mean?
Brown is the ninth running back, I'm sorry, ninth wide receiver.
Oh yeah.
According to Matt Barry right now.
Oh yeah.
Going
7:45. Time check.
Do you know where your children are?
But
25th overall.
we have. I like our league, man. Like I said, I wanted to get in this league.
More
for a
people
while
know what
now.
they're doing than not.
Oh yeah. No offense to Mike either, because he made that push at the end of the year. You know what I mean?
He did.
He knows what he's doing. It's just, I just feel
Sometimes
like
I just think he
right.
just makes tough draft decisions, and I'm just like,
No, I don't know. I just
wouldn't.
maybe
But
because
you
I'm
gotta make
so
that
into
gamble.
it,
You
I'm
make
just
the- you make the
overlooking
gamble
maybe
pays.
some
You don't make
things.
the gamble,
Yeah.
don't pay.
See, I came in last in the league, but it's because my strategy was to put once I got fucking Drew Brees, I was like, okay, or not Drew Brees, I'm sorry, fucking Tom Brady. Once I got him, I was like, well, now I guess it's time to put all my eggs in that basket. And
Kinda
then
handcuff 'em.
I had
Remember
Ray
that?
Rice. No, yeah, I did.
Remember that?
I did Gronkowski.
Bernard. Who's Ray Rice's handcuff?
Oh, yeah, Bernard Pierce.
Bernard Pierce.
Yeah.
I was
I
thinking
think
Giovanni.
Giovanni
Or
Bernard.
might not have had that.
Cincinnati.
I'll tell you what, though, I did. Nice little thing for me this year is who the fuck? Ben Tate.
Oh yeah.
That was him. I picked him up in my auction leagues, my handcuff to Ray Rice, Ben Tate for $1. I drafted him for $1, and I get to keep him this year for $3. And he went to Cleveland. He's gonna be the number one guy in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Right.
Which will be kind of nice.
Yeah,
They're
Cleveland-
saying that
It's a tough team, huh?
They'll be better. They'll be better.
Cleveland's like right on the door. Ben Tate's going as the 19th running back, according to Matt Barry, 42nd overall. I think mainly because Johnny Manziel is probably going to get a
Manziel.
little.
He's gonna rush the ball.
They're going to be rushing the ball a lot.
What else they got there?
He's going to pull an EJ
got
for his
there.
knee.
Well, they don't have Richardson anymore. That West kid? I don't know who they have, man.
Jordan Cameron.
Well, he's tight end. I think it's like Terry West or something. I don't know who their other running
But
back
Josh
is, man.
Gordon got the weed thing.
Might be Terry West. I'm not sure.
All that weed.
Yeah, they still got Jordan Cameron though.
Yeah.
Kurt Cameron. or
Who else they pick up? They get Miles Austin from Dallas, Cleveland.
Somebody did. I don't remember.
I think they did. I think Cleveland picked him up. Again, I don't know. I didn't do any homework before I came here.
That's fine.
He'd be a nice late round pick for a wide receiver.
I'm looking at the board now.
When he was good in Dallas. He was good in Dallas. I rode him to a finals once.
Andrew Hawkins is a wide receiver for Cleveland. Miles Austin.
Oh, they do have Miles Austin.
Let's see. Or no. I was just saying Miles Austin.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not seeing him in this top
He went
200.
I can't remember where he went.
Google his name, dude.
Oh, you Google it. No, I'm not going to do it.
You Google it.
All right.
I'm checking Twitter right now, man. You guys bore me.
What?
I'm kidding.
All
right. So I don't know. Let's.
Yep.
First round pick.
Cleveland
Who
Browns.
you taking?
Cleveland Browns.
Miles Austin. Okay.
Damn.
First round pick. Who's your first round pick in the draft?
That is something that I had on my sheet. If we're talking first overall,
Who is it?
who is it?
Who you got?
Insert running
I
back
think I'm
name
gonna
here.
do
Well, it depends on where you are in the draft.
Oh man, running back.
It's
You're
probably-
going running back first 10 maybe.
First 10. Yeah.
First
I mean,
10.
unless you when you're at
First
like that
10?
8 spot and
Oh yeah, dude. First 10 easily. I mean,
So Zach Stacy is gonna go 10.
oh yeah, dude. Running
Zach
backs
Stacy.
are
Running
shallow in
backs
this league.
are
Dude.
so
It's a receiver league.
such a valuable commodity. If you have one good one, you have a decent.
Calvin might be the only guy to break the running back streak. You know what I mean? Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Before he might be the first non-running back taken. Calvin Johnson.
When did Ed pick Jimmy Graham last time?
No, Ed's got Jimmy Graham.
Ed's got him from.
I know,
but it's
Ed
first
picked him
round.
so early, dude.
He picked him in the first round.
Yeah,
What
but
pick
early
was it?
first round, like 7 or 8. It was so early, dude.
Yeah.
He was in the middle of the draft,
Yeah.
and then he changed his name. Like he had that whole
They
paragraph.
laughed
first name.
when.
They laughed when I said Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Give me
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Give me a break, dude. Come on. Oh yeah. But I don't know. Man.
I would take
AP
I
or
would take
Shady.
Manning over Foster, and Foster's
Green
going
Foster.
7th running back off the board.
I don't know, man.
According
PPR
to
league.
Matt
He's
Barry.
decent in PPR
Monte
league.
Ball. You're gonna take Monte Ball before Peyton Manning?
Second round. Well, he's the lead guy though now
No,
because
maybe. I probably would.
No show's gone.
No shows in.
No shows in Miami.
No show's hurt.
Oh, he's hurt.
Is he
too.
hurt? He's
Yeah, no show's hurt.
No show, Marino.
So last year was an anomaly.
and Karen loves no show, dude.
Oh, and Karen. I love that bitch. That's too.
I don't know, man. I'd go either AP or Shady. Simple as that.
If I got the number one overall
Shady
pick,
McCoy.
Shady.
yeah, I'd probably go.
AP, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I might go Jamal
If I get
Charles
AP,
just
I
'cause
feel-
I picked him
if
up
I get
one
AP,
year.
I feel-
PPR league, dude. Jamal's a beast.
yeah, I had
Jamal's a
Charles.
beast.
I had Charles in Mulaney's league, and I rode him to the final game.
Why is
every
it?
week,
Oh,
week in, week
Mulaney's
out.
the shitty Smoking Joe's league.
Yeah, I mean, God bless them. They tried, but
Those are your top 3 of the way. AP.
there wasn't
Shady.
any doubt that I wasn't going
Charles.
to at least come in second in that league.
Those
Are you gonna take Forte or Lacey?
I would. Dude, I love Matt Forte.
Forte,
man.
yeah. I had
PPR league
I had
again,
Forte
dude.
in one
I
of
love
my.
him.
See, I was in 3 leagues last year, so I had just about everybody.
That
Yeah.
dude catches everything.
3 leagues. Everybody.
But Forte is a great pick.
What do you think about Lynch right now? Holding out. He is going
I'll
to be
still
at
take him.
camp, I guess, but he's just acting like a little bitch.
They always do this. I'll take him.
Pay the man his money.
He wants his money. They won the
Give
Super
that
Bowl. He
man
wants
his
the
money.
Super Bowl
Ed
money.
Karen.
And and they rode him to a Super Bowl. So I mean, he
man,
should get his money.
that's beast mode, dude. That is beast mode.
That dude is beast mode, no doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt.
Well, Charles just got paid, so he wants to get paid. Simple as that.
that's fine.
Extension.
I
He had the
uh,
production. It's not like he doesn't deserve it.
Oh yeah, dude.
I had
Him and
Foster
his
last
He has
Skittles.
his
year.
money.
Him and his Skittles. He chose Skittles, Marshawn.
Foster fucked me over last year getting hurt.
He fucked a lot of
He'll do
people
good
over.
this year, I think.
Fuck
He'll,
so many
he'll have
people
that.
over.
He'll have that bounce back season.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I should say.
You hope so.
I should. Yeah, I
You
hope
hope
so.
so. What do you guys think about where Ray Rice is being drafted? I don't care about him and his wife now.
Yeah. No one cares about him
But
and his wife, dude.
let's see.
He's deep, dude.
Matt Berry's got him 37th overall, the 17th running back. Off
What happened
the
to him?
board.
Because I didn't.
What?
I
Stop.
Are you fucking
Stop
do you
it,
ever
Lou.
listen to
Went off the grid
anything?
for Stop. Yeah, I wish
I
this
kept
was
che-
like
I kept-
PTI. We can mute him
I-
for
I-
a moment, dude.
I kept catching the last half of the ticker
If
on
I mute
ESPN
him, I
on the day
mute
that it
you
happened. I
too.
just never.
Oh,
followed it.
no.
Yeah,
He
that's
beat
the
his.
thing.
He hit his wife's. You know what? We don't even know what happened.
Allegedly,
There's a video. There's a surveillance tape of him.
Jay-Z.
Basically, elevator door opens and a
Jay-Z.
woman is being like set onto the ground, and it's him, and he steps over her. It's his fiance. But now he's married to the broad, so I don't know,
She's
man.
still married.
She still married him, so
Oh.
he's getting suspended 2 games, and the broad married him. I mean,
It's so retarded.
but then look, what's gonna happen to Darius? What's gonna happen to Marcel Darius this season
No.
for a little marijuana and speed racing? 4 games,
Fake
guaranteed.
Josh Gordon getting
Season.
a season
You're
for
gonna get
repeated offense. If I got that much time off work for every time that I smoke pot, I wouldn't have a job.
it's.
I wish they would still pay
For
me
many years.
for many years, many years.
What do you got?
But Rice, do you think he's going to bounce back
No.
after that bullshit from last
He's a-
season?
He's a bum.
I don't think so.
He's a fucking
when you have something
bum.
like that happen to
When you
you
do
in
it
the
to
off-season,
Vanquan, I don't know, man.
and you didn't have that great of a season.
There
the
were
season
only
before,
1, 2, 3, 4 games
And
that
your team
Rice
didn't really
had
improve.
double-digit fantasy numbers, and only
a
2 of those
bum.
games were above 13 points. Only 13, and he's suspended for 2 fucking games.
Yeah, when you have
If
all
he
that
doesn't go
going against you.
drafted, though, oh my lord! What
No,
a
he'll get
pickup
drafted.
that-
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, you're looking at
he's like round,
You're looking at
you
a
know,
7th,
7,
round
8,
pick.
yeah, like late,
7th
like,
or 8th round pick.
7,
I would
8.
take
You
him
that's.
at
I mean, that's value.
yeah,
7,
really.
8's like good value. You're like, he's here in the
That's
7th.
great value. Yeah,
Obviously, I'm taking him. I mean,
Right.
come on. Any starting running back, you're taking at that point.
Because not only
Oh,
that,
exactly.
it's trade bait too.
Right. Yeah.
If he comes back and lights it up, and you need somebody else,
Oh yeah,
bye.
especially if you need somebody else and he just comes back. Let's see. Who's the next running back? The next running back, according to Matt Berry, is Frank Gore. Are you going to take Frank Gore before Ray Rice? Or Ben Tate
Yeah.
before Ray
Yeah,
Rice?
definitely.
What about Waddy White?
Waddy?
Why?
Way Weiss or Waddy White?
I mean, again,
I take Whitey White.
I mean, who else is on my team?
Who else?
Is-
What other
Waddy-
receivers do I
Is
have?
Whitey White still on Atlanta?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. Him and Julio.
Yeah, but Julio's the dude now.
The juice is on you, Julio.
You got the juice now.
You got the juice
Me
now.
and Julio down by the school.
How are we coming on that
just-
heifer,
I
Julio?
was just watching a Simon and Garfunkel concert in Central Park. It was interesting.
No, that you can call me Al. The video with Chevy Chase.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best thing ever.
That's one of the first videos I remember watching as a kid, man.
Oh yeah,
It's
everybody loved that, man.
Just, it was weird.
84, baby.
It's like I didn't know what it was, but I knew what cocaine was when I watched that video.
Is this song about cocaine?
No, just look at them both though. Dude. They're hopped.
I don't think Paul Simon could do cocaine. He's too
No.
little and
Oh,
happy
okay.
looking.
He's too. What do you think made him so little unhappy looking?
Yeah, right.
The mountains
All
of
that
cocaine.
cocaine. All that cocaine. All that cocaine.
Cocaine.
Keepers. How many is too many? How many keepers?
Two's
enough.
do you
Too many.
leave?
Two's enough.
2 is too many, I think.
Two's enough.
I like just one. One guy. Pick your one guy. That's it.
Yeah.
Pick your one guy. Be happy.
I
with
feel like
them.
that's too easy though. See the
What,
way
just picking one guy.
it's
Yeah,
not. It's,
we-
well, you got to really think about
we
it.
sign our guys to contracts, and I keep using this other league, but it is my
Wait,
favorite.
what?
league. We sign guys to 1 year or 2 year contracts. So half your team you put on a 1 year contract. The other half of your team you put on a 2 year contract. So every season you get to keep one of those guys. Like that's how I ended up with James Jones this year. Last year he was my 2 year.
So you can
contract
basically keep all your starters are on 2-year contracts.
guy.
and
You
have
kind of
the
want that to
option-
happen. Yeah.
You can have the option of keeping them, or you keep them automatically.
Once you keep them for once you keep
How many
your
players can you keep? 2?
two, one year and 2 year. And then once you keep that 2 year guy, he's on your team for 2 years. He has a 2 year contract. So he can be
That's quite the
awesome.
gamble.
Yeah, he can be awesome or he can be terrible.
But
Like-
you can't even. Well, you can trade them.
Oh yeah, I could trade him.
Yeah.
But then I can no longer keep him. So I actually probably should have did that with James. But no one wanted him last year. I should have maybe just dropped him, but oh well. I got good value with him this year. 13th round pick.
13 round.
Oh yeah,
Good value.
You're fine.
That's
Yeah.
awesome value. I'm like getting 50
Yeah.
positions on
He's,
him.
he's going to be a starter in probably the number 2 guy behind Streeter anyway. So
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I can't. 2 is like way too much work for me to do. But I think mostly the reason why I don't like 2 is because from all my teams this past season, I don't have 2 good guys.
yeah, like
on
my
the
Savage team, I don't
anymore.
have 2 good guys. I got other teams. I got 2 good guys I can keep, no problem. But yeah, when
I
you're
don't know how
at the
it
bottom of the
happened.
barrel, it's tough to pick 2 that you really want.
It's so
that's not
fucking
you're
tough.
not giving up a first round pick that you kind of need back.
Yeah, that you want it. You need it. I think now when you have your keepers in your auction draft queue, is
Not
that
an auction
keeper,
draft. It's free agency auction. We don't do auction draft.
But so you
Snake
don't
draft.
do not in that league, but you do an auction league, right?
I'm not in any auction.
Oh,
leagues.
okay.
I don't like them.
Okay, fine. Q, are you?
Get 'em
or
away.
Lou, are you in an auction league?
Nope.
You're the only one, man. That's
I'm the
just
only
you.
one.
You
Okay,
are
it's
the
just
one.
me.
There can be
Snake
only
draft,
one.
dude.
When you keep your guy, what is the price in the draft? If you keep like a second round guy, you don't get a second round pick
Yeah.
in
Right.
your other league,
Right,
not in the
right.
Savage League. I know how that
Right,
works.
right. So
There
my
isn't-
13th round pick is James Jones. If I were to, and I'm also keeping Cam Newton in that league. I got him in the 3rd round. He's my 3rd round pick.
Now a question
That's
that always
going to be a short draft.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Like
there's-
2 rounds for each
Right.
guy.
Well, actually, not everyone. Like I said, like what Lou said is, if you can trade him away, not everyone has that keeper. You know what I mean? So not everyone. Actually, no. You do have to still keep someone. That's how it goes. Every day I have to ask Corey Mang a different question about. Wait, who do I have to keep? So
Yo, Mang, let me ask you this question.
Hey, Mang.
right?
So, but no. So say I did get rid of James Jones, I couldn't keep him. I can't
Who?
keep his on my team. Jones. But and then you have to pick someone else, man, and it's probably gonna be a worse player.
Is it going to be Aunt Karen?
And
Oh.
that bitch.
So a controversy that always seems to envelop the Savage League that I want to see what your opinion is on, Q, is when you're determining who your keeper is, if you're indeed picking just one, do you call that out before you choose the draft order or
Most definitely.
after?
Most definitely.
All right. See, I always say it's before and then
The draft order.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we do the lottery.
before
Yeah,
the
if
draft
you're
order.
doing a draft
definitely.
lottery, call it before.
That's
the
my
lottery or-
opinion. I see the advantage of not though.
Yeah, of doing the draft order.
You know what I
and
mean?
Picking your sleep, because
Right.
if you
get
if you end up
first
being number
overall,
one
then-
and then you're giving up your first round pick on someone that you picked late first round last
Right.
year,
Right.
it kind of sucks.
Right. Say you know, it's like this year you pick Shady. You got him. You know, say you got him maybe 5th, 6th pick last
Right.
year. You know, but this year we get first round pick. Like you know what I mean? I'm not going to keep Shady because
Right.
I'm going to be able to pick him first overall.
Right.
I'm going to then take, say, like a Jordan Cameron in the later
Right.
7th, 8th round that I
Right.
got. You know what I mean?
If I think if you have Peterson, Charles, McCoy, Forte, Lacey, Lynch, you're keeping him because the
Not if you have the first round pick though.
But the
This is what I'm
odds are
saying.
better.
It's
The odds
a
are better
conundrum.
for
It's a
you.
strategy conundrum.
No matter what, you're still going to get that guy, even if he's not the best available guy. Say, get what I'm saying? You have
No, I
the
know.
first
I know what
overall
I'm
pick.
saying.
You have the first overall pick, even though you have, let's just say,
So you got Forte.
exactly.
You're
what I was gonna
planning
say,
on
Matt
keeping Forte. You picked him up at 5, but now all of a sudden you have the number 1 pick, and you can upgrade.
And you get.
you could have
Not only can you upgrade, but you can still even take Forte at 1. You know what I mean? You won't.
Because you want. AP
But not
or
only will
Shady.
you not keep Forte now as your first round pick, you're going to keep someone that you had later in later value.
Right.
Say like Jordan Cameron.
Right. It's a strategy thing.
That's how it goes. But
This is always the controversy.
that's
yeah,
the controversy
okay.
of the lottery pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you didn't know beforehand that if you didn't know before the draft, like we do in the Savage League.
Say the draft order
Let's
was
say you
set.
had Forte in the Savage League,
Mhm.
and we have to pick our keepers before the draft.
for the lottery.
Before the lottery. Forte is going 4th overall.
Right. I'm going to take.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
keep
I'm taking the risk.
Forte?
Yeah, I'm going to risk keeping him. Yeah.
Because the odds are better
Of course.
for you that
Yeah.
you have
It's a 1 in 3 chance of getting that top 4 pick.
exactly.
Something like that. I don't
And
know.
someone's probably keeping Peterson, Charles, and McCoy. I don't think anyone's not keeping those motherfuckers.
But I get what but you do see it
You
now.
can't.
Though. You see why you wouldn't keep them if you had first.
Yeah,
First
it
two,
depends on
three.
what you're in. And
Well, yeah.
it's not
Shit,
so much
first
the
two,
first
three.
round. It ends up being more the strategy alliance with like people you're keeping that you might have gotten in the 2nd or 3rd round. Like those mid-level running backs that like weren't projected to be great last year, but ended up being great.
But ended up being
I'm
awesome.
real excited for this draft pick because
Yeah.
I mean it can only benefit me now because I mean I would have ended up with the 11th pick. Now I have the opportunity to get the 1st through 3.
So
Yeah,
you get the first, yeah.
That's kind of why I like.
But then it sucks if I'm 4 through
Yeah.
9.
I mean,
If I'm 4 through 9, I'm pissed because I
we
don't
picked
like those.
the
I
cards
think,
in reverse draft order, so you have a better chance of picking that spot if you're picking
I
first.
think once you get to 10,
But it
gets
definitely
hard.
gives you that kind of random.
We do a lottery for the bottom 4 in our league. So
I like that idea.
So
I
if
like
the guy,
that a
so
lot.
the guy who came in last place, he gets 4 entries. Kind of like the NBA draft. He gets
I
4
like
entries.
that a lot.
Guy who came in 11th place gets 3 entries. The guy in 10th place.
and then you just pick from a
2.
hat.
Yeah, and we picked from a hat. So it ended up working out the way it should have, though. Actually, one person. Who was it? It was Miller had 2 entries in the draft. He ended up getting 2nd overall. So he was the only one who benefited from it. Corey still had 1 entry. He got 4th. Scringy, has 3.
Cringy.
He has 3 wins in 2 seasons. Poor guy.
Oh, my God.
man.
He is the sacrificial lamb.
We're
in our
talking
league.
about fantasy and
He is the
Oh,
yeah. So
gosh.
he had the 4 entries, but he's got first overall draft pick. So
That hurts.
yeah, man, he goes against monsters every week. I feel bad for the guy.
I've
Me
had
too,
a
I feel
season
bad.
like that where I went up against just the fucking monsters
The top-
every
yeah.
week.
Every week, man.
Every week, just went up against,
good teams and your rosters on like doing like that
oh,
shit
the roster's
matchups.
not even there. Yeah, but isn't it the best when you when you get to play the team with Peyton on a bye? When Peyton is on his bye.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know?
Everybody, I remember everybody was praying for that last year because Ed had him, and I forget who ended up getting. It might have been
Me? No, it was
You?
definitely me.
Ah, lucky you.
He was on the bye. Yeah, because his team was rolling.
But I got to play Peyton when he lost to
I even-
San Diego,
I even got to play OG.
and that was a good time.
I got to play OG on a week where he had like 2 of his guys on the bench. I actually looked out at the end of the season. I'm not saying that's how I won the regular season,
half
but
luck anyway.
me, Greg, and Kev, we were just switching. We were passing first place around towards the last 2-3 games there, and I think I took it from Kevin in probably week 11.
Yeah, I remember rooting for Kevin to try and get you out.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Heavy lays the crown though.
Heavy the head.
I was talking such a high game, and you guys didn't want me to actually, show up and be like, wow.
No, I didn't. I would. It's just
Words hold weight.
what it was really happening is I was rooting for Greg because he had been shitting on so long.
Well, he won the league, so
Yeah, he did, and it was like a final.
He's the commissioner, though. Fuck him. I'll tell you that.
Kudos to OG, man.
Yo,
He had a bad year last year too, man.
Yeah, one love to OG.
Yeah.
No, let me tell you something. He is he is one of the reasons why fantasy is so fucking terrible. And it's just, listen.
What? I gotta hear this.
Is that I am
because he is the guy who
I am
quits
a
every
fantasy loser.
Quits?
Yo, I'm quitting this league. I'm done with this every week. Every week.
All right.
Even if he's winning,
Mr. Mood swing.
not a mood swing. It's a constant kind of like downpour.
In last place in multiple leagues, multiple fucking times. But you know what? I learned how to fucking take a loss like a goddamn man and just say, okay, I lost. Losing happens, but winning happens too.
There's a
I'm not
difference
going to
between
fucking
hubris
complain.
and just being annoying.
Yeah.
Taught me.
Easy talk, breezy
No,
talk.
God bless him. I mean, I'm glad he won. But
yeah,
I mean, really,
don't
but
get me wrong.
like when he's losing, when he's winning, he's like
He's the
he
greatest
doesn't
person
understand.
to be
No, it's not
around.
even that. He doesn't even understand why he's winning. And then when he's losing, it's just like the world has already ended.
It's like, good luck finding a commissioner next year, guys.
I'm done with fantasy.
I'm done with fantasy.
This.
This is so fucking dumb. I don't even know why I do this anymore. Didn't win 7 years in a row. Blah blah blah.
And he always does good, which sucks, man. Because I mean, if I always made the playoffs, I wouldn't be mad about it. You make the playoffs, you had a good year.
Yeah, if you make the playoffs, you have a great year.
Like you did.
If you
well.
win a playoff
You did
game,
great,
then
but
you
did
are
well.
one of the luckiest people on the face of the earth.
You are the fantasy elite.
Yeah, when I was playing for third place, I felt so good in the one league. You're playing for some kind of money. That's why I love the consolation bracket. The toilet bowl is because you get all the losers together. And you still give the losers a reason to wake up,
a reason to live,
morning,
right?
A reason to pay attention on Sunday still,
a reason to go to ESPN.
Hit that waiver wire still.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the waiver wire.
Exactly, which makes it tougher for the other guys.
Right, it makes it tougher for the guys in the actual playoffs. I would say the Savage Bowl.
Oh my lord, I'm getting a lot of angry text messages right now from our sponsors, Michelob.
What?
That we've gone through about an hour of our show and we haven't referenced or done any of our slogans that are pre-written and we're supposed to do for the company. So as I have to do every week of my life, at this time, I say, Michelob, don't drink it, boy child.
Michelob, I got a nail clipper and a camcorder. What you trying to do?
Michelob, if you're not honest with yourself, you'll start a fire.
Michelob, when were whores $5 and why wasn't I alive?
Back in my day, a dime sack was a dime.
Michelob, I've always aspired to be a truck driving man.
Michelob, Daddy got caught in a cougar trap, and it wasn't that bad.
I got nothing.
Do you want to read one?
I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, you don't know the Michelob?
These are our sponsor slogans. We just read them off.
Anything?
Michelob. Sometimes you just look yourself in the face and say, it's time to start drinking.
Michelob. Some people are so dumb.
Michelob, this rape culture has to end.
Michelob, you have to stop trap dancing. You're gonna crash the car.
Michelob, if she's selling a bit, I'm buying a bit.
Michelob, hey sweetie, what's with the body bag?
Michelob, concentration comes from within, wolf boy, ... But I'm a man. Michelob, nothing Iowa.
Michelob, Aunt Karen.
Oh!
That wasn't written down.
Michelob, that pussy's so dusty it belongs in a museum. It belongs in a museum.
Michelob, we've never gone farther than the dumpster behind Marshall's.
Michelob, we've never gone farther than 3 miles.
Michelob, you can't do that with a flute.
Michelob, it was the sound of his own beating heart that led Jerry mad. Michelob, if you're gonna shit, shit. Michelob, carriage house of the sex dungeon.
Michelob, pipe down, she's about to come.
Michelob, her real name's not Janine.
Michelob, you know, in another world it'd be fun to be a midget wrestler.
In a cold, dark place with cheeseburgers on the mind. Michelob.
Mm-hmm.
Michelob, I left it in the fire. I never fought a retard I didn't know I could beat up. Michelob.
Michelob, I still maintain that I was sober.
The winner of the fan Michelobs this week comes from our own Noah, and at this point, I'd like Noah to come over here and say it. Being here at the Michelob time, get in here, buddy.
Michelob. He looked like a doctor.
Michelob, take a fights with your stepdaughter. Mommy's away on vacation.
Michelob, finally, someone that doesn't fuck cats.
Michelob, you must raise the child on your own.
Michelob, if your palate was a man's junk, it would cup the balls.
Michelob, I want to fuck your sister. I mean, brother. Okay, Dad. Michelob, if you won't, Terry will.
Michelob, I'm like 25, almost 26. I'm not getting raped.
You got any more, Lou?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, to end the Michelobs,
That was good.
I got this one. Okay. Michelob. Santana is alive, Jimmy. And if he were here right now, wailing, well, don't you know it? There wouldn't be a pair of panties not in a roaring blaze.
The wrong kid died.
The wrong kid died. Aunt Karen would never say that.
Oh. You said Waylon, reminded me of Waylon Jennings, and then reminded me of Walk Hard for some
Walk
reason.
hard.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hard through life. How much of the fantasy football season depends on the draft?
80%.
So,
I don't know.
So, Professor, you're
I would give
80?
luck. I'd give luck more than 20%.
I meant like as in draft.
I'm
to
discounting
waiver
luck.
wire.
I'm talking about
Like,
like
how
what
much-
you can do about it between waiver wire and drafting. Drafting is 80% of the game. Waiver wire is the other 20%. Discounting luck.
I'm gonna say
Luck
draft.
is just about everything with
Yeah, it's
fantasy football. Because you
fantasy
can have a
football is all
great,
luck.
you can have a
Okay.
great, draft sheet on paper, and then everybody gets hurt. You next thing you know,
Right.
you're
That's
waiting for next year.
unluck. That's bad luck.
Yes.
I don't know. I would, maybe 80.
80-20.
As far as what you can do about it between
I'm gonna
drafting
say
and
like
waiver wiring.
You can really mess your draft up, though.
I want to say
You can,
60-40.
and you can fix it in the waiver wire, but there's only so much you can do.
Nah,
Especially
you can't really
in a
fix,
very
can't
competitive
fix
league.
a bad draft in the waiver wire.
That's why I say
No
80-20.
Okay. Well, yeah, you have to draft good.
Yeah, as far as
You have to
as far
draft
as
well.
what you can do about
I
it,
get what
that's
you're saying.
out of your that's in your hands as far as picking the right people.
Right. You can
80-20.
pick a great team. You can pick a terrible team.
You can pick a terrible team that ends up being great.
Right.
That's the luck factor. I'm just taking luck out of it because it's out of your hands.
All right.
No, Andrew Luck is probably being kept.
Right.
Probably.
Oh, definitely.
Somebody picked him up late last year.
Yeah, he's a keeper. He looks weird though.
He's a keeper.
He does look weird.
He
He looks like the dude
I
from
wait.
Waiting. That's like the waiter that never talks until the end of the movie. And he ends up doing the goat.
Go. Oh. Know who he looks like? It's almost a spitting
Who dat?
image.
That dude.
It's from the My Name Is Eminem video when Eminem is a puppet.
He looks like the puppet
He looks like Eminem as a puppet.
as a puppet.
Yeah, dude. He looks weird. And he's got that neck beard thing going.
Oh, the neck beard.
That's a really weird
Where it
guy.
goes- where it goes
the chin
underneath.
goes directly to the chest.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
it's
what?
just-
The chin goes right to the
well,
chest.
the beard is beard.
You don't
is
have like
under
a
his
defined
chin.
jawline. Everything.
Like it's not up here. It's not up here. It's everything's underneath his jawline. His hair is completely under his jawline.
He just doesn't like his neck at all.
I think it just grows in all
He's
white
like,
trashy.
"Fucking
Like
hate."
I think the
Don't try to class it up, dirt.
make it sound all French. Dirt.
Make it sound all French dirt.
Don't make it sound Lucky Luck. Oh man, yeah, he's just a weird guy. Good football player though, man.
Great
I'd
ball
take him.
player.
I'd take him
Weird-looking dude.
over our guy. EJ,
Oh, EJ.
Edward James, almost Manuel.
almost.
This will be his defining year. in
Oh, for
football.
sure. This is our.
If you don't like show some sort of like progress, then he's just another.
Well, today was the
yeah.
day that all the bids had to be in, right?
The bids.
5 o'clock today. All the bids on the team had to be.
Oh yeah, Bon
to be
Jovi down
registered
Trump. Down
to
Trump's out. pretty
Morgan
sure.
Chase. Bon
Hopefully
Jovi.
Pagula, right?
Bon Jovi said that
Him or Golisano. I
Bon
think.
Jovi put a bid in, but he said that he is 100% sure his bid isn't going to make it because Bon Jovi bid $25.
It's cheap.
So cheap.
He been in Canadian. Didn't
He said
the
something
exchange.
about how he's done dumb things before, but he doesn't want to do them again. Or
Bon
something along
Jovi
those
doesn't have the
lines.
money in that whole thing. It's the Rogers family you got to worry about.
Yeah, Bon Jovi is just the.
They got money.
Yeah.
Everything in Toronto is Rogers.
That's cellular phone
How
money.
could
Yeah. That big-
how could they really think about moving the team to Toronto when we can't even sell out the games in Toronto?
What I would worry about if I were them moving into Toronto is the fact that the Argos are already there, and they could do like a territory infringement kind of thing.
Where they have
Mhm.
some gang warfare kind of shit, like blood.
NFL, I'm
versus the
sure, is
Crip?
going to trump the CFL.
Well, yeah, they will, but it's you still got to pay off for that, and it's just
I think moving
It's-
the team
it's
to Canada.
I don't know.
is-
I don't
it's
think
Canadian
I really
dollars.
don't think anybody wants it. I don't even think the NFL wants it.
no, I don't want it. That's reason enough.
And then all that matters. Yeah, I think that's all that really.
Apparently, what was it? Andre Reed I saw on Bleacher Report.
Said he was going to
tweeting-
kill.
No, he said fuck John Bon
Yeah, he doesn't like Bon Jovi, man.
Not a lot of people do.
He's more of a
especially
Dr.
in
Dre
Buffalo.
fan, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Probably more of
West Coast
a. He's probably more into that West Coast shit.
James Taylor.
James Taylor. James
Any other
Taylor.
white dude except John Bon
Let me
Jovi?
tell you though, James Taylor was big into the H. Hey Ron. James Taylor loved his Hey Ron.
Him and Neil Young, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Woohoo! College.
Drugs.
Woo. Drugs.
Chasing that fucking white
I don't
rabbit.
know, was Neil Young, did he do drugs? Or was
Oh,
he
Neil Young
was he
definitely did
anti-drugs?
I think
No,
Neil
they
Young
all
was
did drugs.
aside from
I know he talked about drugs a lot.
what's the fucking redneck guy
The redneck
that I
guy.
can't think of right
Jeff
now?
Foxworthy.
No.
Willie Nelson.
No. The straight edge redneck singer, Stranglehold,
Oh, Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent.
Yeah, that fucker.
He was all about just bitches and steak. He loves steak.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He's a man that loves his steak.
Loves hunting for a steak.
yeah, and butchering his own steak and doing a lot of his things to his own steak.
Slaying it.
Slaying that
sex with it.
steak
Both ways.
all of the ways
Fucking
you
his
can.
own steak.
All the ways you can do
I
it.
heard-
Nugent, how do you tenderize your
heard-
meat? I beat it with my meat.
Yeah, I heard he slayed Aunt Karen that one time.
Oh,
Feel bad
that's
for
some
her.
Aunt
Put her
Karen
in a
smack.
stranglehold. And no more beer.
Oh, no?
Mhm.
I've got
You got a Lucy in there?
So Lou,
I've got 2 left.
we only asked Paul who he was going to take first overall. Who are you taking first overall?
Oh, me? Who am I taking first
If I had the
overall?
first
Oh,
overall,
you answered Jamal Charles, didn't you?
I think so.
if I had the first overall pick,
Yeah.
I gotta go take a leak real quick.
I would
You
probably
guys,
ta-
Lou, you're in charge.
honestly, I would probably take Charles.
Really?
Yeah, because I had him in Chauncey's league. Or no, who did I have him in?
Yeah, he's a good PPR.
I had him in somebody's league, and he just within that system, he just shined.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for me that he's not going to do the same thing again. I mean, because
He's got his money now, though.
yeah, he's got his money now and everything. But I mean, the Chiefs. I mean, it's the AFC West is now, along with the NFC West, the most competitive league in the division. So even though he's got his money, if they want to beat Denver, and if they want to compile a winning record against Oakland, San Diego, they got to play. It's nice to have your money, but if you want to, if you want that ring, you got to play. And if you're in the toughest division in the league, man, you got to show up.
I've never had Adrian Peterson on any of my teams.
I've never had AP.
Very intrigued by him, but
I remember one year I had a late first round pick, and I ended up taking Brady, and that was the year he blew his knee out.
Oh.
And after that I swore off of.
I'd have to say him, even though Shady seems to be everyone's favorite pick this year. LaShawn McCoy.
I don't blame people for wanting to pick him over AP. It's just
or Charles,
with that system, it's just they spread the ball around a lot, and it's he's going to have his great weeks and he's going to have his pedestrian weeks, but I mean there aren't the fundamental problem is there aren't a whole lot of this is our offense running backs like AP, those guys. Now you have to be a
right. Alex Smith is part of the reason why Jamal Charles
exactly.
He's a good PPR running back.
Right now he's the best one out. He's got the best hands as far as running backs go out there.
Right.
So you have to be that versatile guy. There aren't too many guys who are just they're the bowling ball back there. They run the ball. That's it. And it's not like 10, 15 years ago when you had those guys that you can pick up. And so now you have to think of that, and it's the NFL being a pass-heavy league, and you got to roll with it. So I mean, if it's a PPR league, I'm taking Jamal Charles all day because I know he's going to get his production. You can say the same for Shady too, but I don't know. I just like the way he worked it last year.
It's cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, man.
I like
you
that.
Gotta go with the guys that
Charles,
will definitely get you.
And you gotta have a good feeling about it too.
18 to 20
If you're picking up
points a
guys
week-
off bad
a week.
vibes, man, they're only gonna have bad vibes back to you. It's a karma thing.
It's all karma. It's
The
universal,
way of the universe.
I hear you.
The feng shui of fantasy.
The Tao of fantasy. Oh man.
The Zen and the art of fantasy football.
The Zen and the art of fantasy football. You just get naked in a room and you just throw darts at a board. That's pretty much it. You're like Taco from the league.
Oh, Taco.
Oh, Taco.
Batman Chalupa.
I don't know. I'm looking at this list right now, and I think are you going to take Kelvin Johnson over Drew Brees?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
There's other quarterbacks you can get
Megatron.
that will give you solid fantasy output, and it's in fantasy, unlike regular football, the quarterback's not your most important position unless you have like Manning or whoever's the number one guy that year.
But Breeze puts up an argument.
Breeze puts up numbers, but there's as far as like other positions where you have more options at them, you can find a quarterback that'll show up double digits, 15 in the neighborhood of 15, give or take.
Geez, you can take Eli Manning and he'll do
right.
Work for you.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
I've taken Roethlisberger to the finals before.
Right.
Rape.
I mean, so yeah, Rapelessberger. But you can get away with having a mediocre quarterback if you have studs at other positions, and Megatron's is one of those studs where I will take him.
Dude, he is the stud. He's the receiver. He is the receiver.
Who?
Kelvin.
Kelvin is the man.
He's the receiver.
Kelvin is the man. But I think you have to. I think I read that out of the ESPN teams that won their leagues, the quarterbacks that showed up the most were, your Mannings, your Breeze,
Stafford
Rodgers,
last year.
Cam Newton.
the top 4 quarterbacks that are out there. So
We're
what a surprise.
Those top 4 quarterbacks are on the teams
that won the
that end
championship.
up winning the
Who
championship.
was OG's quarterback?
Probably
Anybody
Rodgers.
remember?
I think he kept him.
Was it Rodgers?
Didn't he keep Rodgers?
Well, he wouldn't have used
Yeah.
Rodgers much last year.
No, he wouldn't have. So then it would have been.
I don't know.
He
phone a friend, dude.
I know he had Lynch as a running back, so that probably helped.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know who his second running back was.
I don't know. But
You guys just talking, I'll find out.
He yeah,
talk enough.
he must have had a very well balanced. That's kind of what I go for. I go for like I
But then
try
again,
to find my studs early, and then I
You
just
could have
try
been in
to
my
find-
situation where you have no quarterback and you make it.
I've gone really far with no quarterback. Like I said, in Chauncey's league, I had RG3, and I rode him all the way until
To Pound
the
Town.
championship game, and then I
Riding
ended
to
up
Pound
having
Town.
to start Tannehill in the championship game. And if I would have started RG3, I would have beat him by a point instead of losing by a point. And that's what it came down to. And Tannehill had the juicy matchup, and he just shit the bed. And I was just like,
Man, I
fuck.
couldn't even tell you who was on my team last year. I have too many fantasy leagues. I have 4 of them.
Mine was junk last year.
Oh, man.
I did my running backs. I was late in the draft, so I couldn't really get any real good running backs that I want, and I just didn't go for value anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I was really trying to get running backs, and none of them worked out. And I ended up having. I remember I traded Torrey Smith away for whoever the Jets running back was.
What are you looking at, Greg?
OG's QB was I'm sorry.
He was looking at my team.
No, he had either the last one he started was Kirk Cousins.
Wow, he was struggling, huh?
Yeah. He also has on his bench, and this is the last lineup that he
Last
did
game.
because this is last year. It was Joe Flacco and then Jason Campbell.
I think I drafted Flacco,
Okay.
Flacco
you got
was
mine over
owned
there?
in
and I dropped.
51.5% of leagues on ESPN.
So you got mine in his matchup. Who drop some names on my team? I forget.
Final year TDs with the win. You had Ryan Fitzpatrick as your quarterback.
Oh, there it is. Boo. Told you, I knew I started him.
Owned in 6.2% of leagues. See,
Oh,
right now
Daniels?
we can see.
Owned.
No, owned. We can see right now how important the percent owned category is because you winning, you have you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 of your starters that are owned in over 87%
Wow.
of leagues.
Who are those guys?
Jamal Charles is owned at 100%. Le'Veon Bell is owned at 98.5%.
I had both them studs, dude.
Jamal
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Le'Veon Bell.
man,
mad at you
no
for that.
doubt.
Bell.
Yeah. Sick.
Demarius Thomas,
Come on.
Mike Wallace, Jason Witten, which is going to be
Yeah, he's
the
decent.
second or third tight end taking
fourth,
off, right?
fourth.
He's solid. You had the Seahawks D, and then the
Look at me, dude.
and then Keenan Allen
Oh yeah, I picked him
was
up.
your flex.
Oh yeah.
86.2%.
Picked him
And
up.
then Phil Dawson, your kicker, at 86.2%. But you also had James Jones. You had Steven Jackson owned in
yeah.
95%. See,
No one
all
played
of
him though. They just didn't want to get rid of him for when he broke out. I didn't want to get rid of him. I didn't play him obviously with Le'Veon and
Right.
Charles.
all
No,
of
you
your
wouldn't. I wouldn't
guys.
Yeah, I just was waiting for him to break out though.
The most
I had
important
Le'Veon
thing
Bell
I
in one.
think to
I
look
traded for him
at
too. I got him off a trade. Off of
is-
Chauncey.
you want the guys that are owned in every fucking league. Let that be the thing
Who
that
am I
guides
receiver?
you.
Who'd I have for receivers there?
Demarius.
Demarius.
Thomas and Mike Wallace.
DT Mike Wallace.
and
Okay.
Keenan Allen.
Yo, Mike Wallace did work. We got him now.
Yeah, Mike Wallace did fine.
Buffalo's
I had
got
him
him
in
all
a
right.
early.
He didn't do as good as he did in Pittsburgh,
No,
but he
but
did all
I
right.
mean, yeah, Keenan Allen as my flex. He was more or less just like, meh.
Yeah.
I'll put him in there.
Losing by 9 points.
Yeah, it was.
I had junk up.
And look, how many points? What was the differential if I started Matt Ryan? Do you see that? Matt Ryan or Tannenhill? I think it was more than 9.
Oh yeah, it was. If you would have started Matt Ryan,
What did Ryan do that last week? I was
20.9.
I was talking about that early in the
You would have
No,
won.
I-
You would have won outright.
What did Fitzpatrick get me? 6.
3.8.
Boom.
Sounds about right.
Jamal
3.8.
Charles got you 0.
He ended up sitting. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if you would have started,
Anybody
if you would have started
Steven Jackson.
Steven
with
Jackson.
what
if you
4
would've
points?
yeah,
That's crazy. If you would've started-
I had
11.9.
it. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. I just.
Brain fart,
That's
man.
gotta-
No
gotta
brain
be-
fart. That was just me thinking.
In the moment.
That's got to be one of the worst feelings in the
Jamal
world.
Charles, he didn't bench. He played, right? He just didn't do anything, I think.
I don't know.
What did he do?
That might have been the reason why I lost my championship game.
Yeah.
That would have been. That's one of those things.
Because I know I would have started.
That's the chance you take with actually taking those running backs and those players from
workhorses,
really
yeah.
good fucking teams. Is that
If
once
they're really good and
that
winning at the end
last
of the
week
season,
gets on,
yeah.
if you make it to the championships,
They might
Jamal
not
Charles
be in
is
it.
sitting down. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
They might not be in it.
I don't know what happened there, man.
Well, it's at least
It's
you
frustrating.
only lost by 9
9. I know.
Nine.
With 2 donuts, basically.
with 2 donuts. Well, because the Seahawks put up 19,
Who was-
Jason Witten put up 19,
Yeah.
Demarius Thomas put up 29.3.
Yeah, he was my horse.
Le'Veon Bell,
Le'Veon
Le'Veon
Bell.
put up 16.1.
Not bad.
Your kicker put up 14.
Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson. Mike
Gotta love
Wallace
them-
put up 11.
Them big money.
The
kickers.
only double-digit player, the only player you had that didn't put up double digits was your quarterback.
Well,
starter.
Charles and Fitz.
And Charles. Yeah, well, Charles. we all know
Unreal,
what
dude.
happened there,
Unreal.
man.
And what did Steven Jackson put up?
11.9.
Even if I would
That would have got it.
I don't even know what happened there.
That would
man.
have gotten it, dude.
I can't
Well,
believe
no,
that.
you could. Well, no, you couldn't have put up Steven Jackson because
Maybe OG changed my lineup
Oh, yeah.
at the end there. He's the commissioner.
he might have.
Never,
That's some commissioner
never,
bullshit.
never can't doubt that, man.
No, you can't, because the commissioner is always going to fuck with shit. You can never trust the
No, you would
goddamn
have called him
commissioner.
on that for sure.
Oh, I don't know, man. So many leagues. Who knows?
Yeah, I know who I started in what leagues.
And that is where we're going to end the show. We're going to bring it back. We started off the show talking about commissioners and how fucks up they are. And we'll end the show on a note on commissioners. Guys, it's been really great. An hour and a half has seemed like 15 minutes.
It's fun, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my main man Q. Hopefully we can get you guys back on here talking about fantasy football again.
The show.
Maybe next week we'd even do it. Who knows? We'll talk about that. But ladies and gentlemen, every week I'm trying to do the Skat Jones program. I know the professor has to go ahead and
Sabbatical.
make improvements on his life and do
AKA
better
AKA
for himself.
Parts for the company.
Yeah, right. So he's going to be going to second shift.
Hmm.
So we're going to have a wrestling show the week leading up to every pay-per-view is going to be one. Working on getting stuff for a paranormal show once a month. My buddy Bob is going to come in. He's an actor. We're going to get a lot of cool guests getting in here. We're going to have a lot of fun talking. It'll be fun. I don't know. Just fucking listen. All right, it's not that hard. Just have it on in the
Do
background.
yourself
Click
a
on it.
favor.
Do yourself a favor. You know, if we found out today that we have 809 or 10 likes on the All WNY radio page. So let's get 1,000. If we get 1,000,
Let's bump it up here, people.
yeah, let's bump it up here, people.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Fuck.
Two friends.
Get your ma. You know she's on here. She's it's the Facebook, huh?
Mothers love me.
Moms love me.
Moms
He
love
says-
all of us.
Moms love the lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, we
Even
didn't
mother's
even
sister, Aunt
we
Karen.
barely. Oh, Aunt Karen, that's true. But we didn't really skim the surface of what we could talk about for fantasy football.
Oh God, I can go
And
for
I
days.
know we'll definitely get Q back in here. Q, this is your first time on main man Q,
Ever.
dude. Nice one.
Thanks, man.
Pop in the cherry,
It was
dude.
fun, dude. It was real fun.
Yeah, isn't it a
enjoyed
lot
myself.
better? That's
Time
the
flies,
one
too.
thing.
You're right.
Time
Time
really
flies.
fucking
Yeah, we
flies.
just seen it
And
talking.
Yeah.
it's like when Ed and DDA came on. They were like, "Oh, that's what it fucking is," you know. It's just us talking and
It's cool.
hanging out, and we did good. So we got Q, my main man Q, owner of Show Me Your Titties.
What?
Going
Going for that dub year, regular season champ. Hopefully, I can carry it over.
The regular season champ, though, oh, they never win. Regular season champ
it's tough to
never.
beat
comes
Not when you
out
got
on
Ryan
top.
Fitzpatrick as your quarterback.
Oh, not when you got Aunt Karen making you some sodas.
Soders.
But hopefully, a better showing for me this year.
Hopefully, a better showing
For all of us.
for
Mhm.
everybody. So please, everyone, if you are listening, fucking thank you. That was great. But we'll say goodbye, and next week, same fucking time, same fucking channel. But after that, it's going to change to Wednesday nights from 8 until 9:30 because the band has to practice.
Band practice.
Band practice.
Cool.
So, all right, people, have a lovely night. Hopefully you don't have any drafts coming up because the Hall of Fame game hasn't even started. So
People have yet to be injured.
yeah, people have yet to be injured, and that's something else I wanted to talk about is how soon is too soon to draft. But we'll get to it maybe next week, maybe not. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. Aunt Karen, good luck.
God.